Alright, now let's very quickly also send emails for password resets. And that email will be very similar to this one. So let's just go ahead and copy all of this into a new file, password reset.pug, and then paste that here. Alright, now some of the text that we want here, I believe, is already in the auth controller. So down here in forgot password. So right here, actually this message here is kind of what we now want in our template. So let's just grab that, put it here in this first paragraph. Now let's put this here at the end of the email. This one we don't need. Let's put it here into a separate paragraph. Then here, it's actually not this, okay? But instead we use the URL here like this. So with interpolation and then URL. And also we're actually putting that URL on this green button right here. And so here let's then say as a text, reset your password. Okay, then just here as this paragraph, let's just say for now, website for this action not yet implemented. Okay, so that should be the template. Next up, let's actually create the sending function here in our email class. So we have send welcome, and now we have another situation for which we want to send emails. And so, simple enough, we add another method here. So send password reset. So await this.send. And so now the template name is called password reset. So the one that we just created. And now the subject line, which is going to be your password reset token. And let's also say valid for only 10 minutes. Okay, let's save that. And now as a final step, we need to actually call this method here, right? So in our auth controller, where before we had all of this here, let's now say, await new email, just like we did before for the sign up. And now let's find the current user. And it's simply called user. And then the reset URL that we already defined before up here, right? Okay, and then the method that we just created, send password reset. And that's it. Okay, so no defining of subject lines here, also no defining of messages. Okay, and so we abstracted all that away with our new, really nice email handler. Let's actually put that one here also in the try block to keep these two here really together. Okay, and so this should be enough that we can now actually test it. Okay, so let's go to Postman and let's actually reset the password for this user that we just created in the last lecture. So reset password, and so that's actually not the one. So in fact it is forgot password. So here all we need to specify is the email, and that should then get us our reset token. Remember? So when I now send this, then we get our success. And so now we should also get our email, and indeed, here it is. So, beautiful. So coming from hello@jonas.io and going to test3 at naders.io, which is the user for which we just reset the password. And so here is that URL. And so now let's do the whole flow and actually really reset the password for this user. So now we need to use the reset password route. And well, now let's delete all of this. And then also this part. Okay, what really matters here is just this token. Okay, and now here, let's then set the new password. And let's say actually new password. And so that's the one we've been using so that I don't forget it. So let's try that. And with success. Just as a final step, let's see if we can actually log into our website here. So log in. I think I copied the email. No, I did not. So that's test3@naders.io. And what I copied was the password. So that was successful. And we have our default image here. And now, of course, we could go ahead, upload it, but we already know that that works, and so we don't need to test it. Now, at this point, as you already know, all our emails are actually getting caught here in Mailtrap. And so, again, that's because in development mode, we don't want to leak these emails here to real users. Okay? Also, we would have no way of taking a look at these emails if they would really end up in our real users' email inboxes, right? And so, again, that's why we use a service like this. However, in the next video, we will then start to send real emails, so emails to real email addresses, which will then end up in their inboxes.